Do you understand English but freeze when speaking? You watch videos, you understand movies, you even know many words, but when it's time to speak, your mind suddenly goes blank. If this is your problem, then trust me, you are not alone. And more importantly, this is completely fixable. Hello everyone. Welcome to Study with Synra. My name is Synra, and today we are going to solve this problem step by step in the simplest way possible.
Hi everyone, I'm Anna, and honestly, this problem is very real for me. Sometimes I feel very frustrated. I sit alone and think, why can I understand everything, but I can't speak even a few sentences properly? Even when I try to speak, I start thinking too much. I get nervous, I stop in the middle, and then I just give up.
And that feeling, that hesitation, that frustration, that's exactly what we are going to break today.
Synra, I really want to understand this clearly. Why does this happen? Why can I understand English easily, but speaking feels so difficult?
That's a very important question, Anna, and I want you and everyone watching to understand this deeply. Understanding English and speaking English are actually two completely different skills. When you understand English, your brain is only receiving information. You are listening, you are reading, you are just processing. But when you speak, your brain has to do much more work. You have to think, choose words, form sentences, and speak all in real time.
So it's like my brain is trained for listening, but not trained for speaking.
Exactly. That's the perfect way to say it. You have trained your brain to understand English, but you have not trained it to respond.
That makes so much sense, because I spend hours watching videos, but I hardly speak even for 5 minutes.
And that's the main problem most learners face.
There is something else too. Even when I know what to say, I feel scared. I keep thinking, what if I say something wrong? What if people laugh at me? What if my pronunciation is bad? And because of all these thoughts, I just stay silent.
That fear is very real, and I'm glad you said it honestly. Let me tell you something important. This fear is not because you are weak, it's because you care about being perfect.
Yes, I always want to speak correctly.
And that's exactly what stops you. Because when you try to be perfect, you stop yourself from even starting.
So, trying to be perfect is actually my problem?
Yes, because language is not about perfection, it's about communication. Even if your sentence is not perfect, if people understand you, that's success.
That actually feels relieving. I think I have one more big problem. Whenever I try to speak, I first think in my own language, then I translate it into English, and that takes too much time.
Yes, this is one of the biggest reasons why people get stuck. When you think in your native language, your brain becomes slow during speaking because you are doing double work, first thinking, then translating.
Yes, that's exactly what happens to me.
So the solution is simple but needs practice. Start thinking directly in English.
But how? That feels very difficult.
Start with small things. For example, when you wake up, just think, today I will study. I need to eat breakfast. I am going outside. Simple thoughts, simple English.
Okay, so I don't need big sentences.
No, start small, grow slowly. Now let's talk about real solutions, step by step. Method 1. Daily speaking practice. You must speak every day, even if it's just for 10 minutes. Speak about your day, your plans, your feelings.
So I can just talk about my daily life?
Yes, that's the best way. Method 2. Shadowing technique. Listen to a sentence and repeat it immediately. Not slowly, not after thinking, but instantly.
So I copy the speaker.
Exactly, like a shadow. Method 3. Self-talking.
Talking to myself still feels funny.
It feels funny, but it works like magic. When you talk to yourself, you remove fear and build confidence. Method 4. Recording your voice.
Record your voice and listen to it. I might feel embarrassed.
Yes, but that's how you improve faster than others. Let's do one real conversation. Tell me about your day in English.
Today I woke up early. Then I cleaned my room. After that, I studied for some time, and now I'm here.
That's amazing. See, you can speak.
Yes, I feel more confident now. Sinra, one last question. How long will it take to improve?
If you practice daily with the right method, you will see change in just a few weeks. But remember, consistency is the key.
That really motivates me.
And it should motivate you too. Practice daily, speak confidently. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And tell me a topic for my next podcast video in the comments.